So I'm having a chat with Nick of 311. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure is all mine. So we've been playing a new single of yours called Need Somebody. Tell us a bit about the single, first of all.
So that this was the second song that um, I wrote for the new album called the album is Full Bloom and Need Somebody. I wanted to start with like a funky riff on the guitar. And, during it was written, I guess, during the pandemic, and it was just there was so much isolation and division and tension. And so I just kind of wanted to make a counterpoint to that to say, you know, let's all admit and realize that we all need each other. And there's kind of a surfing metaphor about sometimes if you're getting pulled out by the undertow, you don't want to wave your hand and say you need help, but it's very important to do. And just, we all need somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. And as mentioned, that is off your new record, Full Bloom, which has been out a couple of weeks now. For those who've not heard it yet, tell us what we can expect to hear on the record.
Well, when people were asking me, I was like, maybe it's like 311 on steroids, which doesn't mean it's all like super heavy riffs, but there is that. Like the lead single, You're Gonna Get It, is one of our heavier songs ever. And but I just feel like we took everything further, the the grooves, the riffs, the lyrics, the melodies, the production, the performances. I'd like to think, as one of the songs is titled, New Heights. We're reaching new heights on this album, and it's pretty exciting that we're on our 14th album. And from our point of view, and most of our fans are saying you guys are really hitting new heights on this one.
Yeah, nice. And the sound that you made with this record, is it the sound you wanted to make, or is it simply just how it turned out?
Yeah, I think it was the sound that we wanted to make. I think it's important to keep kind of changing up the process and the collaborators. And we worked with a new producer to us, Colin Britton, who's not British, but um, he kind of he's a younger dude than us, grew up on 311, and he brought in some exciting new production techniques, and he mixed the whole album and produced three of the songs, and we think he did a great job. So turned out just how we'd hoped.
Good, good. And you must have written more than what made it onto this record. What happens to those now? Do you consider them for next time, or are you going to bin them off and start again, do you think?
Yeah, we've got quite a few to pick from for the next batch, and I think that was the record's 10 songs long, which in this day and age with people's attention span is probably a good length. But we said, let's not worry about making a really long album, because in the past we've done, like, the Transistor album was over 20 songs. But let's just put out a 10-song album, and let's just commit to doing albums more frequently. You don't even actually have to do a complete album. Sometimes, bands just put out a song at a time in this day and age, and then maybe when you get enough, you put them out on vinyl together. But we're still in the album cycle kind of mode, and I'd like to think we're going to follow this one up quicker than in the past.
Nice. Have you already started thinking towards the next record then?
Yeah, I've got some exciting candidates.
Nice, nice. I like to talk about the writing side of things as well. So for you, how do tracks normally start off?
Um, it can happen in various different ways. Sometimes, like, I'll have a title like Beautiful Disaster. I was like, that just paints a picture.
Hmm.
How can something be a beautiful disaster? And I'm like, we all know girls that are a beautiful disaster. And I was thinking about a relationship that was ending at the time. So sometimes it'll be from a title, other times it'll be from a riff, sometimes it'll be from just humming a melody. And I think that in general, the process has moved more and more collaborative. Maybe when you're an angry young man, you just sit down and just vomit out on a page and just, fill something up. But now we'll kind of get together and workshop stuff as a group. So you're getting more of the group conscience. in the process as it's become more collaborative.
And for you, are the lyrics do they come to you pretty straightforward, or can it be a challenge at times?
Yeah, I feel like I've not got into a lot of writer's block. I think that quantity begets quality. So the more you write, the better it gets. And there have been times when I'm like, I'm not sure what I have to say, and then that's when you just kind of sit down and workshop stuff out with, your collaborators, and it'll come. So it's always there. You just gotta give it a voice.
Yeah, absolutely. And over 30 years of releasing music, how have you evolved? How has the music evolved over the years?
Well, I think that, it kind of ebbs and flows with how exactly where you want to go. And that I do believe we're at a phase right now where it's very clear where we want to go, and the excitement is, and um, the sort of morale of the band is there. And in other times, there was, I would say, around the Uplifter album, there was a bit of a gap before that we weren't really sure where to go next. And then that's when we started working with Bob Rock as a producer, and he kind of helped us get our momentum going again. But um, and now on this last album, different band members got to just kind of completely run with a certain song. Like you take a song like Persimmon, that was Tim Mahoney, our guitarist's like baby, and a song like Braver, that was Essay, the other vocalists, that was his baby, and everybody had a chance to shine on it. So I think it's important, if you want to keep a band going for over 34 years like us, you need to give each other space and support each other's creativity.
Yeah, nice. And you've been busy this year, and at this point of the year, people start to quieten down. But you've still got a South Asia and a Australia tour coming up as well.
That's true. We haven't been to Australia in a long time, and I know with the surf culture and stuff down there, that I know we've got a lot of fans there because some of them come up to our 311 day and come to our cruise. So it's very overdue, and we're really excited for that. And then, we're a touring band first. A long time ago, we decided, let's, you know, take a cue from like more like jam bands, like the Grateful Dead. They would just tour every summer, no matter what, and work the albums around that. So we kind of more followed in those footsteps. So we'll be touring next year, and we're very glad that this year we've gone to UK, Europe, Japan, and now with Australia. This will be our most international year ever, and we'd like to really keep that trend going.
Yeah, is that the plan for next year then?
I would think so. We want to get some good festival slots so we can go out there and play in front of new people, and hopefully that comes together.
Nice. Is there anywhere that you've not been to yet that you want to get to and play?
Um, I would love to visit Africa. We haven't been to South America in many years, so yeah, there's plenty of places to explore. And you know, that's one of the good things about looking at the streaming data. I've found like we've got a lot of fans in the Philippines, and we've never been there, so there's plenty of new places that we'd like to um, explore.
Yeah, great stuff. Nick, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Thanks, Jim.